I'm gonna level with you fellas. I've been living in Jacksonville, Florida for years and years now, and I had no idea that Publix opens at 7 o'clock. I thought it was a 6:30 thing. I don't know. I must be new here. It's 6:30 now and the doors were locked. I was trying to be healthy. I was gonna get a protein bar and a banana and a water, but I guess it's just not in the cards for this morning. So I guess I'm gonna have to go across the street and go grab a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and some hash browns. Whatever, man. Welcome back to another video. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna get to work. I'm trying to get to work earlier today because I have a big appointment at the cardiovascular disease unit at 1 o'clock. So I'm trying to get everything done before that so I can go to the appointment and then chill with the family after that. And honestly, if all goes well, celebrate at Top Golf tonight. That's what I'm hoping for, but you know, I'm staying optimistic. But yeah, we're gonna go cruise over to Chick-fil-A and then the shop. So I'll see you there. And one thing led to another, the stars aligned. I'm gonna be dipping a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit in some Chick-fil-A sauce here in a second. The lady in front of me in the drive-thru just called it chicken filet sauce. I got the goods. Dag nabbit, my wife is gonna be so jealous. Howdy, partner. Just opened up the doors over here at Skiff Land, ready to get to work. I feel a little crisp in the air, almost like fall's right around the corner. I know it's just a facade, and once that sun gets up over the trees, it's gonna burn me up. But it makes me super excited to work in here in the fall. Like wearing a hoodie, brother. I'm stoked for that. Anywho, I just finished breakfast, smacked it. 10 out of 10. Chick-fil-A breakfast. You straight up can't beat it. But I just wanted to say that I've been eating that kind of stuff in moderation lately. I'm not going crazy. I'm still heavily DASH diet centered, low sodium, high whole grains, whole wheats, healthy fats, a lot of avocados, etc. So I'm still heavy on the DASH diet, but I'm having fun. I'm enjoying life a little bit more. To be honest, I was very, very strict, heavy on the DASH diet. And then like a month ago, maybe less than a month, I was at the Jetties and I still felt like I was gonna die. And I was like, dude, I've been eating cardboard for 100 days now. And I still feel like I'm gonna die, man. I'm gonna have me a little pizza. I'm gonna have me a little Chick-fil-A breakfast. I'm gonna have me a little fun, you know? Go on an actual date with the old lady. Because I don't know if you knew this, but there's not very many restaurants that support the DASH diet. There's a lot of sodium out there. A lot of sneaky sodium too. Anywho, let's get to work. I got a bunch of like little tasks to do today. The Baycraft looks absolutely stellar from this side. You might even be able to see the sunrise. On this other side though, I'm lacking. I have a quarter of it done. This back corner right here is nice and shiny. I still need to do the rest. Very chalky up here. So I'm gonna move the boat over there. I'm gonna get to work on that, just bang that out before anything else because it's the longest and most mundane thing that I'm gonna do today. Otherwise, I have to lower this motor. This bolt needs to be up here. Messed up when I mounted it. It's all good. I realized that when I took it out on the maiden voyage that it could definitely be a little lower in the water. Although, she still performed like a beauty. What else do I have to do? I need to put together that trailer dolly. That'll be huge as well. That'll help out around here. Like, you have no idea, brother. And then we're gonna go from there. But off the rip, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna get to cranking out this buff and wax. See, this is obviously before. There's no shine at all whatsoever. And I thought also, I get really reckless with the compound. It flies everywhere. And I usually bring it out and pressure wash it all off afterwards. I'm thinking that I might give the top side a real nice wash down as well when I take it out there, so that this boat will be like super clean and presentable for once. I'm definitely not Lenny in a black truck, but there's no way this is somebody else's drink. There's no way somebody else in line ordered a half Powerade, half water at the same time. No, sir, I'm not Lenny. No, sir, this is not a black truck. Nice little vibe in here with the sun peeking in. early morning. I'll also say it's a nice vibe having those concert speakers up there, because I absolutely blare music and have a really fun time in here while I'm working lately. Seriously, a lot of fun. It's like a concert in here every day now. I was thinking about it and I was like, I feel like some people watching these videos are gonna think I'm just some boring dude who just works in the quiet, because I can't bring you guys with me through the music part because we'll get copyrighted. But man, it's a fun time in here. I wish I could bring you guys with me through it all, because it really is a straight up concert in here. I play everything, all of it, anything, seriously. Country music, rock, rap, throw a little Frank Sinatra on there if I'm feeling crazy. But it's a lot of, you know, Dua Lipa, Leonard Skinner, Shine Down. It gets crazy in here. It's a fun time, all right? Trust me. I'm not in here quiet with my thoughts. It's loud. Trust me. I'm halfway through the cutting process on this side, and now we have our newest, most important project on this Baycraft, and it's this through hole fitting for the live well right here. It absolutely crumbled when I hit it with the machine, so we're gonna have to get one of those. Hopefully somewhere near here has one in stock, but that is next on the list as far as importance for this Baycraft. I kind of had this thought in my head that what if when we finish buffing this thing, we take her out fishing? Not a chance now, not a chance. But everything happens for a reason, so I'm not going to complain too much. So I was cooking my wife some baked ziti last night, and when I got to the part where I was straining the noodles, instead of grabbing the strainer that was in the cabinet, I just held the pot and the lid leaving a little bit of a crack, and I strained the noodles that way. Let all the water just come out between that little sliver between pot and lid. And I was straining it, and my wife said, hey, why don't you just grab the strainer in the cabinet? And after I said, hey, you know what? Why are you questioning my authority in the house that I pay for? I'm just kidding. I love my wife, dude. But it made me think that that's pretty much what this channel is all about, you know? I definitely should be grabbing the strainer, but instead I'm tipping the pot a little bit. Same end result, just a different method of getting there. A little way more type B method of getting to the same result. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying this new thing where I use some really fine finish polish on a really soft sponge and just kind of going over everywhere that I cut and polished. Just real soft. See if it gives more of a mirror finish at the end. I've never done this before, but I feel like it should really bring it home. We'll see. Having a good time though. Loud music, buffing. How you doing? Got a nice coat of wax on there now. I'm gonna give it a good amount of time to dry, and I'm going to go to Harbor Freight, pick up some stuff, and then go pick up some drinks, and then come back. I'm out of water. Sometimes I can only work until the water runs dry. So I'm cruising to Harbor Freight right now, and I was just listening to the song Where the Wild Things Are by Luke Combs. Good song, great song. Sad song. But it reminded me that there's something that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about, and I'm glad that I'm able to talk to you guys. It's one of my favorite things about this whole thing is that I got some homies to talk to, just chat. When something's on my mind, it doesn't just have to stay in my mind. I can talk to the homies in real time. It's almost like all this boat stuff really is just a vehicle for us to be able to hang out, you know what I'm saying? So this is kind of a long story. I'll try and shorten it up, but I used to have these friends that turned into dirt bags. Let's just say that. And one of them had a real bad problem with drunk driving, to the point where I would beg this guy, do not drink and drive. I would try and steal the keys. He'd go find a spare key. I would stand in front of his car in the middle of the night because he'd be wanting to drive to Wawa or something, drunk out of his mind. I would try and stand in front of the car, but he would try and run me over. It's crazy. He had a real bad problem with it. All of these dirtbags had problems with it, to be honest. I've never drank in my life, and even if I did drink, I definitely wouldn't drink and drive. You know, have some sense, brother. Because things can happen. Terrible things can happen. Similar to this story. Anywho, these guys went up to Texas maybe 2 years ago at this point. They went up to Texas to go to a concert or something. And the guy who had a real bad problem drinking and driving was very drunk. Took him, all of these other dirtbags in the car with him in the middle of the night. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And they're driving around some Texas streets. And he was so drunk that he went to get off on an exit, but got on the off ramp. So he got on the highway going the opposite direction than he was supposed to. So drunk, and all of them are drunk, and it's crazy. And they were dirtbags before this happened. We stopped being friends before this, but this just kind of nailed the coffin, if that makes sense. Turns on to oncoming traffic, 4 in the morning. Lo and behold, there's a guy on a motorcycle, middle-aged dude, on a work trip, going back home to see his family. Wanted to get on the road early because there would be no traffic, and he thought it'd be safer. Yep, he's cruising on the highway. This dummy gets on the highway going the opposite direction and just obliterates him like that. Obliterates him. Now, that's just half of the story that really, really, really irritates me. The other half of the story is that the driver went to jail that night. Nobody else was even investigated because guess what? Everybody else in the car ran. This guy just got obliterated for no reason, and everybody else just ran like dirtbags. Well, the driver went to jail for like a couple of months. The first thing that really, really irritated me was that everybody around here, and I kept super close note of this, everybody around here that I knew of that was still friends with him was screaming like, free him from jail. He doesn't deserve to be in jail. They're saying like he deserves to be home, bring him home for the holidays, whatever. And I was just, that's the first thing that irritated me, because brother killed an innocent guy. And you know, call it what you want, vehicular manslaughter, whatever, but he had a problem with this already, and people have been begging him not to drink and drive. So I mean, I put that higher than just an accident, you know what I mean? It was very preventable. Regardless, somehow he gets bailed out of jail, slap on the wrist. I was thinking, oh, this happened in Texas, they're gonna like stand for the, you know, throw the book at him. He got out on bail, nothing. Hasn't been back to jail, but guess what's even worse? Brothers out here drinking. Brothers out here drinking sake. You know, I'm like, it just bums me out. And I don't have homies to talk to face about this and just vent a little bit about how much it angers me and bums me out, because this dude's not a dad, this dude's not a husband, this dude, you know, like, he took that from people, and just a slap on the wrist. I don't know what's going on. This is actually the second person in the second scenario that I know of somebody killing somebody on a motorcycle and just getting a slap on the wrist. I don't know what happened. I used to think, like, you know, somebody dies on the other end of an accident and you're drunk, it's a little more than a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Texas. But I don't know. Man's just cruising around, probably drunk driving still. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, man, because every single time I listen to the song Where the Wild Things Are, I think of that. And it bums me out that some dude just didn't make it home because this guy was trying to get litty. Pains me, man. Pains me. But got that off my chest. I'm angry about it, dude. I need to go hit the heavy bag for a little bit every time I think about it. Because I don't know, there's people that do so much less and just get so much more sentencing, trouble, whatever, and this guy just took some innocent dude's life and is just still out drinking, partying, and having people feel bad for him. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I'm going into Harbor Freight. I need to buy tools and stuff to make myself feel better. Now I just worked myself up. This is what I really need. I actually really need this. This only $119. I'd be happy with this, man. What? Should I spoil myself? That might be for another video. Man, I've always dreamed of having something like this, so I might just have to pull the trigger sometime soon. I don't know how, man. I left spending $199 on some towels, microfibers. That might be the cheapest I ever left Harbor Freight. I was gonna go get some drinks, but I'm gonna stop at West Marine first and see if they have another THRU hull fitting for the live well, because it's 3 times rewards points today at West Marine. Get there. To say, I have my wife to talk to. She's literally my best friend, but sometimes I just want to spare her the testosterone fueled rage rants. Sometimes save those for the homies, you know. The 5th and the 6th. I don't know what I was thinking that I could just come in here and freestyle a THRU hull. Man, I don't even know what size it is. What was I thinking? Honestly, I'm a gambling man, brother. I'm gonna grab this one. This is the one. Dude, fingers crossed that this is the one we need. I'm a little under the weather, so it just slipped my mind. I didn't even think about it. Straight up left the truck running and unlocked. Brother, I need some vitamin C or something. This was $46. The only flavor I have not tried. Some nice LaCroix slush in there. I got these new microfibers to get the wax off of that other side. I'm gonna build suspense towards if this is the correct through hole fitting or not. I'm gonna build the suspense for a little bit. Oh yeah, when it's nice and chalky like that, it just kind of dusts off. It's exactly what you want. Look at that, you can see the shine already. Yes, sir. I literally just tapped on it and it came out. It's the right size this way. It's just a little bit like the threads don't stick through enough for me to screw it in. Close, but no. I'm gonna go return this, grab one with longer threads. Crazy, man, what a waste of time. What a waste of time, man. But we got here early, so we got time today. I'm about to cruise back over to West Marine and swap those out. This is just a little sneak peeker. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just a little sneak peek of what that side looks like. I need to grab those through hole fittings, cruise back to West Marine. Man, it's like such an inconvenient distance away. This is the one I bought. This is the one I had. This is the one that I need. All right, see you back at the shop with the juice. So, gonna figure out something with this now. Have it all mocked up. Got my 5200 ready. Gonna yank her out, do everything the right way. So let's crank the tunes up and see what we can do. See if we can hit some 52 without getting all messy. Dude, the motor looks rather shiny. I hit it with a buff as well when I went around back. I've honestly never done a through hole before. I've never even watched a video or anything. I'm kind of just doing what feels right. So I'm 5200, the inside here, inside there, just so there's no water intrusion. And then 5200 all over this. I'm gonna sandwich it in, and then 5200. Well, I guess that would be it. I don't want a 5200 this part because I wouldn't be able to take it off. So, well, no. Yeah, I'll 5200 that as well. I should probably 4200 that, but all I got is 52. But I mean, I don't want this thing to go anywhere, so it can be permanent if it wants to be. She's in there. I should probably just stop right here, but oh yeah, I flopped. No! I flopped big time. Hang on a second. I fixed it the best that I can. I think it looks pretty good. Now, I mean, it's functional now. I am happy with that. Now it's not this crusty broken piece like it was earlier. That's what I'm saying. The motto around here is, you know, making things better than they were. Bink. The motor is shiny in places that the clear coat was still there. And it's just kind of like a shiny-ish matte look where there was faded clear coat. I'm stoked on it though. Brother, we have not much left to do. Gave the old rub rail a little shine. So many things I still have to do, but a nice shiny boat makes it a lot easier to work on. I'm gonna push it back over here and then figure out what's next. I don't really have much time. I've honestly been procrastinating about going to this doctor's appointment. It's kind of a big deal, but all right, let me push this back. She's all tucked in for now. It's about 12:30, so I actually really need to get going. Man, I've been procrastinating. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna go in there, show them who's boss. You know what I'm saying? Baycraft is looking good, looking really good. I'm stoked. Now I need to get the brush and get some non-skid cleaner and just go to town, brighten this boat up a whole lot. I'll do that in the next video, as well as everything else on the list. Move the motor down, start the wiring process. I know I've been saying that for a couple videos, man, but I've kind of just been saving that for the end, because as soon as I get that music set up, I want to blast out there. So that's kind of why I've been waiting until the end. But we're almost there. I mean, it's a fishable vessel right now, especially with that new through hole fitting plumbing thing for the live well. We're looking good. We're looking good. So tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna do the motor tonight. I'm gonna move it down solo. That way tomorrow, when I get to the shop, I can drill a hole for the third speaker in the front, put the other speaker on the back of the center console, and then start to wire everything up. That way tonight I'll make sure I have everything that I need, all the speaker wire that I need, everything. Stuff, a new switch for the jack plate. I'm gonna get everything tonight and move the motor down. That way tomorrow will be the final, hopefully fingers crossed, final part of the series for this project Skiff. And then maybe it's a maiden voyage part 2. And we go fishing and listening to music, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm under the weather right now, but I still wanted to get in here and get some stuff done and bring you guys with me so we can chat, have a good time in the shop, whatever. I'm gonna close up now. Oh, dude, hold on. Actually, we're gonna have a live taste test. Oh, that's some cold slush in there. Live taste test of the strawberry peach LaCroix. I'm stoked on it. Let's see, let's crack her open. Hopefully this just takes all my worries away, you know what I'm saying? Super good, heavy on the peach. I'm not a huge peach fan when it comes to beverages. Nice and refreshing though, let me tell you. I'm feeling it. Mentally I'm in the tropics right now. That's what it feels like. It's nice and floral actually, and refreshing. I'll be honest, I really don't taste any strawberry. I was really hoping that I'd get some heavy strawberry in there. It's definitely leaning more towards the peach. It is what it is, man. I'm stoked on it. I think my favorite LaCroix is still the limoncello. Dude, I feel way more at ease. It took the edge off, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna close up shop, head to my doctor's appointment, get there a couple minutes early so I can start editing the video for today. And I'll save the update from the doctor's appointment for the post credits. where the legends hang out. You know what I'm saying? All right, but I appreciate you tuning in. Another day working on the project, Skiff. Another day in the shop. Oh my goodness. Why did nobody tell me? What is going on here? We're leaning. Get up off the ground. Oh, 115 is ready to get mounted on that Jones, brother. Let me tell you. All right. Let me get out of here. Sometimes I don't even mind waiting to the last minute and being late for an appointment, so they have to reschedule it, and I can just postpone certain news. But dude, I'm optimistic that we're gonna get some good news today, and then have something to celebrate at Top Golf tonight. If you didn't know, Tuesdays Top Golf is half price. So, and then on Wednesdays, Dave and Buster's is half price. So you can set up like a dream week in Jacksonville. Tuesdays you hit Cantina Louis Taco Tuesday, cruise over to Top Golf. Wednesday, Dave and Buster's, whatever. Dude, cheers to life, man. Let me cheers on that. Peace. Happy to be here another day. I'm gonna stop yapping. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Peace. Dude, this might be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Bro, nobody's returning that. EKG looked iffy, blood pressure looked a little elevated actually, which is good because the last time I was in here it was a little too low, but my heart rate was a little high. I don't know if I'm anxious, stressed, whatever, but now I'm just waiting on the specialist to come in and talk about what's next. And that's the spooky part, but like I said, we take it like a champ. Take it like a champ. Now I'm just kind of awkwardly solo waiting. We'll see. I'll check in with you. I'm gonna cruise home, then we'll talk about it. I was just thinking what it would be like to go back in time and try and tell a caveman that I was editing my YouTube video on a hydro massage bed. I also was thinking how this channel is a lot like the NFL, where the game is essentially an hour long, but there's really only 7 minutes of actual play time. So I guess it all depends on what you're here for. But I got a little update. Good news and bad news, I suppose. We'll start with the bad news, is that the right side of my heart is slightly worse than it was before. So that is the bad news. But the good news is that the left side of my heart is actually doing pretty good. So I actually was taken off the transplant list, which is fantastic. That's great news. We're now stopping all talks of heart transplant, which is quite relieving, I would say. And reason being is because they actually are starting to see this as being more reversible. So, because, you know, if the right side of my heart got a lot worse, that it started to pull down the left side of my heart, and things got to get real low and real bad, then, you know, we'd still be talking about next steps. But things were moving really fast. That's why the transplant discussion was on the table, and now it's off the table, because I don't know if it's my lifestyle change, I don't know if it's the DASH diet, I don't know if it's certain medications and vitamins or what, but things are slowing down. They're not quite reversed at all, but things are slowing down. They said it almost kind of looks like I had a heart attack and my heart took a toll from the heart attack, and I'm kind of really slowly bouncing back. But he said he's not sure. He said also my lungs look good aside from the lower portion of my lungs not operating at full capacity. So my lungs look pretty good. So he wants to kind of look at my liver as well to see if that's causing any right-sided heart failure issues. But you know, the good news is that we're off the transplant list, and a heart transplant is absolutely terrifying. So that's fantastic news. The bad news is that, I don't know, I'm just gonna chill with the good news. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chill in the hot tub for a little bit while the baby's still taking a nap. I got the wife a pub sub. She got the chicken tender. I got myself an avocado. I'm gonna put it on some whole wheat, whole grain bread. Just eat some avocado toast for lunch because I splurged a little bit for breakfast. And it's all good. It's all good. I get to go to Topgolf and celebrate the fact that I'm no longer on a heart transplant list. I'm still under the weather right now, so that's unfortunate, but things are looking up. I told you guys, I'm gonna reverse this. I'm gonna be the one guy to naturally reverse. Well, I guess not naturally. They started me on a new medicine today to hopefully reduce the burden of PVCs on my heart. I forget what it's called, but I have to go fill the prescription in about an hour. And apparently it dims the electrical signals in my heart just to let it relax a little bit more. I got a lot of PVCs, so anything to just help my heart chill a little bit more. Go on vacation, you know? Mentally and physically let my heart go on vacation for a little bit. So that's the update. Kind of all over the place. Whenever I go into these like checkups or visits or whatever to discuss important things, sometimes I kind of tune out. That's why it's good for me to have somebody else there, but my wife was with the baby today, so it was just me. So I probably forgot a bunch of stuff and swapped a bunch of stuff, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm stoked that I don't have to get my chest ripped open and my heart taken out and put on a table and then another heart be inserted. At least for now, you know? I'm just gonna soak in that, the happiness of that. So appreciate you for sticking around for this point of the video. If you made it to this point of the video, you're a legend for sure, brother. I'm gonna sit here in the hot tub. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my protein shake. This Shamrock, pretty good. Tastes like melted ice cream. Whatever. I'll see you tomorrow when we start to tackle the wiring and the electrical on the boat. Love you guys. Sayonara.